Hello and welcome to the Brasileirão 2021 magazine, and the season continues with amazing moves, tons of goals and loads of excitement. Derby victory and top of the table. Palmeiras won their 5th straight game and remain beside to catch. Honours even in the Grenal. Filipao returns to Grêmio, but the derby against Internacional ended in deadlock. 4th win on the bounce. Atlético Mineiro are on a great run and are now real contenders for the title. Right to the wire, Liziero scored very late on and São Paulo win the second in the competition. The new boss laps it up. With coach Renato Gaúcho watching, Flamengo saw a Chapecoense with a work of art from Michael. The party of the mascots, the best player, and the top moments from round 11. It all starts now in the Brasileirão magazine. Palmeiras wanted to stay top as they took on Santos in the derby in São Paulo. The Greens were on a roll and had only one defeat in their last 10 games. Palmeiras were led by João Martins as coach Abel Ferreira was suspended. On the bench, idle Dudu reappeared after a year on loan in Qatar. Santos welcomed back captain Pará at right back, and manager Fernando Diniz had to sort things out in defence after Luan Perez had been sold to Olympique Marseille. Palmeiras started firing on all cylinders. On 19 minutes, June's best player, Gustavo Scarpa, found Gustavo Gomes with a corner. The defender took advantage of keeper João Paulo's mistake and headed into the back of the net. That was the 14th assist from the midfielder and the 3rd goal from the Paraguayan in the season. The celebrations were hardly over when 3 minutes later, Breno Lopes did a 1-2 with Rafael Veiga and finished to double the score.
Breno Lopes, 4 goals in the Campeonato Brasileiro.
The hitman pointing to the Libertadores trophy on his shirt, remembering his goal against Santos in the final. With 68 minutes on the clock, Carlos Sanchez was brought down in the box by Marcos Rocha. Sanchez converted the pen himself and reduced the score in the Allianz Parque. His first goal after an injury that had kept him out for the best part of a year. His 26th for Santos made him the foreign player with the most goals in the club's history. Despite the coastal side's efforts, the Verdão got a 3rd. Marcos Rocha crossed down the right, Deverson deflected the ball and Williams struck. The referee called offside on the play, but VAR confirmed the goal. This was his 9th in the season and made him his side's top scorer. Dudu came on in the last few minutes. As his old shirt number 7 is now used by Rony, he decided to wear 4 plus 3. But the game was far from over. Mikey took down Marinho in the box and the referee called yet another penalty. Jailson got close to saving, but Marinho converted to give his team a late lifeline. The victory took Palmeiras to 25 points and kept them top of the table. Santos stayed on 15 in mid-table. Arch enemies Grêmio and Internacional locked horns in Brazil's most intensive derby. The Tricolor had World Cup winner coach Luis Felipe Scolari in charge once again. Inter had their new manager Diego Aguirre, who hadn't won since round 6. Just minutes after kick-off, Yuri Alberto made a good run and finished, forcing Gabriel Chapecó into his first great save of the day. Grêmio came back with Ferreira. The winger dribbled into the box, but his shot was weak. An easy save for Daniel. The Colorado were better in the game and arrived in the attack once more with Yuri Alberto. The striker did a 1-2 with Tyson and shot, and the ball went close to the post. But the biggest name of the game was Gabriel Chapecó. On 34 minutes, Patrick set up Tyson's shot and the keeper performed yet another superb save. Grêmio got involved more in the second half. Diego Souza tried to surprise Daniel, but with no success. In the game's final moments, Grêmio created chances. Fernando Henrique got the follow-up and finished, but his shot was off target. Keeper Shapico was the star of the show. First, he denied Yuri Alberto in amazing fashion. And to close the deal, he performed yet another brilliant save from Patricky. A great performance from the number 34. 0-0 in Porto Alegre, and a poor result for both teams. Grêmio have no wins in 11 rounds and continue to prop up the table. Internacional have gone 5 without a victory. Atletico Paranaense and Red Bull Bragantino produced a very entertaining match between two of the top teams in the competition. The Hurricanes went onto the pitch without keeper Santos and left-back Abner, who were with Brazil's Olympic national team. Red Bull were without star player Claudinho for the same reason. There was loads of excitement and lots of opportunity in the game right from the beginning, but it was Bragantino who started better. With 4 minutes on the clock, Artur took a chance from outside the box and came very close to Bento's post. The pressure finally paid off. Alejandro struck from outside the box and hit a terrific shot into the top corner. The Massa Bruta 1-0 up. The Hurricanes maintained their composure and forced an equaliser just before the break. Terence found Nikau in the box, and the veteran managed to squeeze in a shot that came off the post and into the net. The teams kept up their intensity in the second half. Both sides sought the advantage, but lacked the final touch needed. But on the 70-minute mark, Terence did a 1-2 with Vitinho and scored for Atletico's comeback, 2-1 to the Hurricanes. Red Bull kept hammering Bento's goal with efforts like this from Leandrinho, forcing a great save from the keeper. The away side got a deserved equaliser moments later when Lucas Evangelista found Italo, who beat the goalkeeper from a tight angle. Game over in a super match and honours even in the Arena da Baixada. Atletico Paranaense remain unbeaten at home in 13. Red Bull Bragantino, the only unbeaten side in the league. São Paulo needed a win to move away from the relegation zone. Bahia had a chance to close in on the top positions. Time for the duel of the tricolores in the Morumbi. With the Libertadores in mind, Crespo set the team up with a mixed squad, resting important players like Adair, Benitez and Luan. Dado Cavalcanti was without Juninho, who was leaving for Danish football. The game started slowly with both teams acting cautiously. Bahia didn't take too much time to have their best opportunity of the game. On the 13th minute mark, defender Luis Otavio attempted a deep pass. Diego Costa got it all wrong and Gilberto got hold of the ball. The league's top scorer left Patrick De Luca in on goal, but the midfielder was denied by Diego Costa's amazing recovery. The away side appeared once again at the end of the first half. Tassiano got the ball in the centre, turned the defenders and let loose a bomb from afar, but the ball smashed onto the post. What a goal that could have been in the Morumbi. On 80 minutes, São Paulo attacked. After a good move, Liziero crossed and Benitez won the contest in the air to set up for Galliano one-on-one inside the box. The young Uruguayan shot, but Matheus Teixeira made an amazing save. It looked like it was heading for a draw, but in extra time the hosts managed to suck a punch. Marquinhos received the ball from Gabriel Sara inside the box and finished with a powerful shot. Matheus Teixeira saved it, but then Ronaldo found Liziero in the clear and he headed home. That was the 7th assist from the left back and the second goal from the defensive midfielder in the season. 2-1 the final score. Relief in the Morumbi as Hernan Crespo celebrated his side's second win on the bounce. Bahia remained on 17 points. In the derby in Minas Gerais, America and Atletico went head-to-head with very distinct objectives in the competition. The Rabbits were at full strength to overcome their rivals, while Cuca set out his team with a number of reserves. The Rabbits looked good in the game and kept pressing. Their efforts almost paid off, but Everson managed to recover the ball. Atletico went on to the attack, and American defender Zé Victor almost put the ball into his own net. Then it was Everson's time to shine. Eduardo entered the area and finished with a stunner. but an amazing effort from Gallo's keeper kept it out. Atletico improved and nearly scored with Sasha. Mateus Cavicchioli had to be in top form when he produced another great stop, but was a bit fortunate when Alonso hit the post with the follow-up. In the end, Gallo's pressure paid off when Dylan Barrero left the bench to score the winning goal. After Hulk's smart movement, Savarino found the Colombian, who had no difficulty pushing it into the back of the net. 1-0 Atletico. Near the end, Gallo almost scored a second. After a mistake by America's keeper, Felipe Felicio recovered the ball but missed the shot. Game over. Atletico's fourth win on the bounce has left them within touching distance of the leaders. America sank to a second defeat in a row. In the Ilha do Retiro, Sport received Fluminense round 11. The home team went onto the pitch at full strength looking for the win. Fluminense chose to rest players with the Libertadores coming up this week. 4 minutes after the whistle, they wasted an amazing opportunity. After a smart assist from Casares, Nene was in on goal, but Mailson pulled off a great save. Luis Henrique then got in on the end of a cross from Nene, but was also denied by another good stop from Sport's keeper. Hicajinho crossed, and David Braz handled the ball inside the area. Penalty for Sport. Andre converted to open the score for the home side. The second half got off to a slow start. Both teams found it hard to finish, as players began to feel the intensity of the match. Things changed when Luca came on for the veteran Nene, and the sub's pace changed the course of the game. On 66 minutes, he took advantage of a lovely pass from Danilo Barcelos and levelled for Fluminense. VAR reviewed a possible offside, but the referee confirmed the goal. A moment later, Baduro struck again. Danilo Barcelos provided another assist for Luca. The midfielder sent the ball into the box perfectly, and Luca headed into the back of the net to score a second. At the end, Sport made a last effort with a dangerous header from Andre, but his chance went wide. No wins in the last 5 kept Sport in the relegation zone. For Fluminense, it was their second victory in their last 3 outings. Juventude took on Atletico Goianiense in the Alfredo Jaconi, trying to achieve their 4th win at home. Paulinho Boya felt some pain during the warm-up and was replaced by youngster Sorriso. Left back, Nataliel came back to the starting team, but in the attack, Artur Gomez took a chance from deep outside the box, forcing a nice save from Marcelo Carnet. Juve's response came with a shot from Wesley that Fernando Miguel stretched to deny. On the 73rd minute mark, coach Eduardo Barroca replaced Luca with striker Zé Roberto. And 3 minutes later, with his first touch of the ball, Zé Roberto opened the score with a beautiful header. 1-0 for the Dragons.
What a marvelous cross for Natanael, and the header.
The striker then had a chance to secure the win, but Marcelo Carnet prevented it with a smart save. Into extra time, Panonhiki crossed into the box, Baralias handled the ball. Juve's top scorer, Mateus Peixoto, converted to score his 6th in the competition. Game over with a dramatic ending. 1 apiece in the Alfredo Jaconi between Juventude and Atletico Goianiense. A day after staging the Copa America final, where Argentina won the title, the Maracanã was the venue for Flamengo against Chapecoense. With new coach Renato Gaúcho watching from the stands, Flamengo entered the pitch with Everton Ribeiro back from the Brazil team. Chape went into the game with coach Jair Ventura under pressure after still not winning a single game in the competition. The first opportunity was created by Chape on the 30-minute mark. Defender Leo Pereira got it all wrong, and Selma Hamon put Fabinho in an excellent position, but Diego Alves performed an amazing save. The game had more action after the break. Gustavo Henrique headed well after the corner, but keeper João Paulo was there. Flamengo kept up the pressure. Pedro received a cross and headed, only to be denied again by João Paulo. A free kick for Chape. Bustinello shot and Diego Alves saved, but Perotti got the follow-up to knock the ball into the net. 1-0 to the away side. Moments later, Flamengo got the equaliser. Arrascaeta struck with a first-time shot and levelled the score, 1 apiece. The winning goal came after some nice footwork. Michael constructed a lovely move, beat the goalkeeper and rolled the ball into the back of the net. 2-1 Flamengo.
A masterpiece for Michael.
With the win, the Rubro-Negros moved to 15 points. Chapecoense have no wins in the competition and remain in the relegation zone. Also looking for their first victory was Cuiabá, who were at home to Ceará. But this was going to be tough as the away side were on a 6-game unbeaten run. Jorginho set the team up with the best he had. This was also the case for Ceará. The game started on fire. With only 2 minutes on the clock, Sobral shot from way outside the box and João Carlos performed a brilliant save. Cuiabá responded right back. Felipe Marcos also struck from a long way out and the ball bounced off the defenders. Clayson finished. The ball took more deflections and headed out. In the following corner, Elton headed at the near post. Hitcher tried to save it, but the ball went in. 1-0 in the Arena Pantanal. On the 38-minute mark, a moment that changed the course of the match. Pepe was shown the second yellow card, and that left the Dourado at a disadvantage throughout the match. Both teams came back the same way after the break, and right at the beginning, Jael almost levelled the score. In the follow-up, Vina finished, but the defender stopped the effort with his head. And the pressure finally gave results. Substitute Lima found Hick, who struck with ease to tie the score for the Vozão. Cuiabá kept defending but looked ropey. Lima crossed into the box and this time found Jael, who nailed a perfect header to turn the game around for Ceará. In extra time, Rafael Gava shot from outside the box. The ball came off the defender and was recovered by Jennison, who scored the equaliser for Cuiabá. Jennison doing the same thing as he did in the last round, coming off the bench to score. 2-2 in the end. Cuiabá remained without a win after 11 games and are stuck in the drop zone. Ceará went 7 games unbeaten. Fortaleza came up against Corinthians, needing to pick up all 3 points if they wanted to move back into the top positions of the table. The Musketeers, though, were unbeaten in 6 in the competition. João Pablo Voivoda put out a full-strength side in the Castelhão. Silvinho repeated the lineup that beat Chapecoense in the last round. Fortaleza started the game on the front foot and controlled the first half. On 10 minutes, Hobson received a nice pass from Mateus Vargas inside the box and was one-on-one with Cassio, but the Corinthians keeper made the stop. But Hobson didn't waste his second chance. He received the ball in the middle, turned and finished with a missile from long range. The ball straight into Cassio's top corner and there was nothing he could do about it. Goal number 9 of the season for the player.
And Hobson actually scores the first goal of the night at Castelão.
The away side tried to fight back. With 34 minutes on the clock, Fagner progressed through the middle and gave the ball to Mateus Vital. The number 22 finished well and forced Felipe Alves into a tough save. In the second half, the Lions kept hammering Cassio's posts. Damage received from Hobson inside the area, but his shot was off target. 1-0 the final score. 3 points in the bag and back to the top 4 for Fortaleza as Corinthians went down to their first away defeat of the campaign. It's that time of the show where we pick our top 3 goals. In third place was this from Hobson of Fortaleza. He struck a powerful shot to stuff Cassio's net from outside the box. A beautiful goal from Hobson that definitely deserved to be in our top 3 goals of round 11. The second most beautiful goal of the round was a real stunner. Red Bull's Lucas Evangelista set it up. Alejandro provided a rocket finish. A fantastic strike for Red Bull away at Atlético Paranaense.
What a wonderful goal from the number 9. That is why he's starting. A bullet shot. 1 touch, 2 touch, a long way out. An absolute beauty from Alejandro.
But in first place, we've gone for Flamengo's Michael. The player combined with Pedro before picking his way through Xapi's backline and then firing home. This really was a great piece of work from the Flamengo man, and he timed it perfectly with new coach Renato Gaúcho watching from the wings. Michael number 1 in our top 3 in this round. The best save of round 11 was from Grêmio keeper Gabriel Chapecó in the Grenal. International striker Yuri Alberto moved forward with the ball and shot low to the corner. Gabriel leapt and pulled off an incredible save. His incredible jump and touch denied the bitter rivals.
Ready to Caio Vidal, escaping from Jeromel, long ball to Yuri Alberto. The protection ready of Walter Kahneman. Invading the box, Yuri Alberto! And a great save for the goalkeeper Gabriel Chapecó.
Owner of the best save in round 11 of the Brasileirão. Wesley from Palmeiras got the award for the best skill in round 11. He went past 2 defenders from Santos and then was taken down. Let's see it in slow motion. He touched the ball on one side, turned, and touched it with the other to complete the dribble. What an amazing bit of skill from Wesley, the author of the best dribble in round 11 of the Brasileirão. Let's take a look at the best players and the coach who stood out in round 11. Our goalkeeper is Gabriel Chapecó of Grêmio. At right back, Guga from Atlético Mineiro. The 2 central defenders are Gustavo Gomes from Palmeiras and Junior Alonso from Atlético Mineiro. At left back, Reinaldo from São Paulo. In midfield, Terence, Atlético Paranaense. Lisiero, São Paulo, and Arrascaeta from Flamengo. Up front, we've gone for Luca from Fluminense, Michael Flamengo, and Breno Lopez of Palmeiras. Our man on the bench is Atlético Mineiro's Cuca. The best player of round 11 goes to Flamengo's Michael. The winger is not exactly a fan favourite amongst the defending champions, but in this round he scored a work of art against Chapecoense and also made an appearance in the round's top 3 goals. On top of that, he now wins the Best Player award of round 11. This is his first appearance in this category and the Rubro-Negro fans hope to see a lot more of him. Michael, our best player of the week, and he can celebrate just like Cristiano Ronaldo. This is how the Campeonato Brasileiro looks after 11 rounds. Palmeiras lead the way on 25. Red Bull are close behind on 23. Likewise, Atlético Mineiro on 22. Fortaleza on 21. Closely behind them are Atlético Paranaense and Bahia. Moving down to the wrong end of the table, São Paulo and Internacional are still in trouble, but besides in the relegation zone are Sport Recife, Cuiabá, Chapecoense and Grêmio continue to prop up the table. Red and Black's quick change. Soon after showing the door to Rogério Ceni, Flamengo announced Renato Gaúcho as the new manager. The former Grêmio coach has penned a deal until the end of the season. New man between Bahia's posts. Bahia have brought in 33-year-old Danilo Fernandes as their new goalkeeper for the Brasileirão. The player was signed on loan from Internacional until the end of the season. Former Flamengo man Berrio arrives at the Rabbits. América Mineiro have confirmed the signing of Colombian forward Orlando Berrio. The former Flamengo player has joined the club until the end of this year. Round 12 of the Brasileirão starts on Saturday the 17th with 4 matches. São Paulo take on Fortaleza. Ceará face Atlético Paranaense. Corinthians come up against Atlético Mineiro. And Fluminense take on Grêmio. Sunday has 5 more games. Chapecoense, Cuiabá. Atletico Goianiense Palmeiras, Bahia Flamengo, Internacional Juventude and Red Bull against Santos. The round closes on Monday when América Mineiro lock horns with Sport Recife. That's it for this week. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of the toughest, most exciting league in the Americas, and we'll be back next week with more action from the Brasileirão.